So, the first picture po is the Babylonian King Hammurabi and the deity Shamash. I don't know po kung tama ang pronunciation, basta yon. So, the Babylonian po is the Hammurabi laws were not just made by a king. Hindi daw po siya ginawa ng king. There was just a belief that approved by the gods. Below the image po, there is a carved in the stone. It is the code of the Hammurabi. So that, ayun po yung nakasulat po, that is a law. This sculpture is more than art. It's a message from the past, showing how rulers used divine supporters to strengthen their authority and ensure the justice in the society. The next picture is the Parthenon. The Parthenon is a temple that built in ancient Greece on the top of the Acropolis in the Athens. It is dedicated to Athena daw po. Si Athena po is the goddess of the wisdom and the protector of the city. The temple is made of the marbles and designed with a perfect balance, showing the Greek love for beauty and order. Sa loob po nun, there was a huge statue of Athena na made siya sa gold and the ivory. Over the years po, the Parthenon was used as a temple, a treasury, and a church. But yan po ay na-damage during the war, but still, it stands today as one of the most famous symbols and Greek cultures and democracy. The next picture po is the Pyramid of Giza. So, ang Pyramid of Giza po is a part of the larger complex that includes two other pyramids, temples, and the famous Sphinx. It shows the incredible skills of the ancient Egyptian engineers and workers. More than just a tomb, the pyramid symbolized the pharaoh, powers, and his journey to the afterlife. Today po, it still stands as one of the 7 wonders in the ancient world, reminding us the greatness of the Egyptian civilization. The last picture is the Colosseum. Ang Colosseum is the greatest monument in the ancient Rome. Built under the emperors Vespasian and the Titus, the Colosseum was a huge amphitheater designed to host public spectacles. Ang Colosseum po was made in stone and concrete, with a complex system of the arcs and the underground passages. It showed the incredible engineering skills of the Romans and their love for entertainment. So, over the time, earthquake and war damaged the structures. Nasira din po yung Colosseum. But, it's not only a tourist attraction, it's also a reminder of how ancient societies used the architectures to bring art to people together. So, next slide po. Yan. The artwork of this period. Can someone read po this slide? Yeah, thank you po. So, the artwork of ancient times was very diverse because it came from the many different cultures. But even the style were different, they shared a common purpose. Art often used to tell stories, especially in an age when people relied on oral tradition instead of books. It was also used to decorate everyday objects like bowls, weapons, and clothing, making ordinary items more beautiful. And finally, art showed the statues the power of owning fine artwork or decorated objects meant someone was important or wealthy. Next slide po. The ancient art. Next. Yan, Hindu art. So, sino pong pwedeng mag-read? Yan, thank you po. So, ang Hindu art is a rich and diverse reflection of many beliefs within the Hinduism. That's it po. Next po.
So, sa Chinese art naman po, sa paglipas ng maraming taon, nagbago ang kanilang art, pati na rin yung kanilang history and yung technology. So, usually, ang kanilang art ay connected sa dynasty. Tapos yung mga Chinese artists, so binabalyo nila yung nature, simplicity, good brushwork, and seeing things from different perspectives. And ang mga Chinese artists din ay madalas na gumagamit ng symbols like dragons, lotus leaves, and mountains. At meron silang dalawa na most important Chinese art forms, which is yung calligraphy at yung painting. So, move naman po tayo sa Japanese art. Can someone read po? Yeah, thank you po. So, sa Japanese art naman po, it includes many styles po, such as pottery, ink painting, calligraphy, origami, woodblock printing, at marami po pong iba. So, pagkalipas ng ilang taon, nakilala din ang Japan sa manga or yung mga Japanese comics. At kasabay din ito sa paglipas ng ilang taon, nag-develop yung kanilang art into unique characteristics, but was also influenced by Western ideas when Japan opened the world in the 19th and 28th centuries. Ang next naman ay ang Asian art. So, ang Asian art usually ay calm, peaceful, and inspired by the nature. So, ang famous artist ay sila Gu Kaiji, Li Cheng, Hokusai, and Hiroshige. Tapos, ang famous works naman po nila ay ang The Swastika, Wintry Forest, and Cherry Blossom Scenes. So, ang important events naman nila ay ang the birth of Buddha, the opening of the Silk Road, and the spread of Buddhism across Asia. So, sa Byzantine art naman, can someone read po? Thank you. So, sa Byzantine art naman, ito ay mainly tungkol sa religion at ina-express ang church teachings through art. Ang style nila is kilala sa mosaics, icons, and very spiritual, serious-looking artwork. So, pagka sinerch natin or makita natin ang Byzantine art, makikita natin na mukhang uniform or strict dahil nga it follow religious rules. So, ang isa pa ay ang Islamic art. So, kilala ang Islamic art for its beautiful architecture, mosaics, and complex geometric or maze-like designs. So, usually, ang Islamic art ay nagamit ng patterns and calligraphy. Ang important works nila ay ang the Hagia Sophia, Mosque of Cordoba, and the Alhambra. Ang important historical events naman ay ang the rise of Islam, or yung birth of Islam, at saka yung Muslim conquest. Ang leading contributors naman nila ay ang Rublev Andrei.
So, I am. Sino ang pwedeng magbasa? Salamat. So, the medial art. The medial period covering around 400 to 1400 AD is often referred to as the Dark Ages, not because people were inactive, but because the art of that time was deeply influenced by war, migration, and strong religious belief. Much of the artwork focused on the church, since Christianity was spreading rapidly. Art was somber, symbolic, and mainly religious. Churches became a center of artistic production, which led to major architectural style like Romanesque and Gothic. The scene in structure, such as the Notre Dame Cathedral. Artists like Gaito, Kimbabwe, Dusho, and Ambutsager helped develop new techniques that influenced later periods. This era also reflects major historical events such as the Viking raids, the Crusades, and the Black Death, all of which shaped the theme of fear, faith, suffering, and hope in medieval artwork. Religious images like Dusho's Madonna and Child show how art was used to teach Christian values during a time when many people were illiterate. Next po. So, this is the characteristic of medieval art. Dark imagery and biblical stories, symbolic not realistic human figures, Gothic and Romanesque architecture, Celtic and Carolingian artistic tradition. The purpose of art was not to portray beauty, but to teach religious lessons, inspire devotion, and express the power of the church. Cathedrals, painting, and sculpture serve as a visual guides to faith. Next po. So, who can read this live? Okay, let's explain this. Early to High Renaissance. The Renaissance period, 1400 to 1500, brought a dramatic shift after centuries of religious focus and symbolic art. Europe experienced a rebirth of interest in the classical world of ancient Greece and Rome. Artists began studying science, anatomy, proportion, and perspective. Art became more realistic, human-centered, and expressive. This era produced incredible advancement in painting, architecture, and sculpture. Early Renaissance pioneers like Brunelleschi, the inventor of the linear perspective, and Donatello pushed artistic boundaries, making way for the legendary masters of the High Renaissance. Next po. So the characteristic of this is the revival of classical learning and artistic style, emphasis of humanism, proportion, and realism, use of perspective of creation, depth in artwork. The leading contributors or the artists during this period is Sigiberti, Brunelleschi, Donatello, the master of sculpture and architecture, Botticelli, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael is the iconic painters and thinkers. So, ang influence work nila is some masterpiece that symbolize in this period is Ghiberti's Door, which is the bronze gate with detailed biblical stories, Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, David, Donatello and Michelangelo versions, Primavera by Botticelli, Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci, and the significant historical event naman is the Gutenberg event, movable printing press in 1447, spread of knowledge, Turks conquer Constantinople, 1453, scholar flee to Europe, boosting learning, and Columbus discovers the Americas, 1492, beginning of global exploration. So, why the Renaissance flourish? Bakit nga ba? So, the reason is this era blossoms was a combination of political stability, growing wealth from trade, educational advancement, strong support from patrons or mga wealthy families like the Medici. So, people had more time, interest, and money to appreciate art. Libraries and academies revived classical knowledge, inspiring artists to explore new techniques and celebrate human potential. Next po.